That was a really nice speech, and I'm sure you will succeed as a doctor in the future. Last but not the least, we have with us a great 8th grader in Maria International School. Sorry, he is none other than youth leader Mohammed Moamen. May I request his evaluator youth leader in the hall to acknowledge his presence. Thank you. The title of his speech is Life as Moamen. Life as Moamen, youth leader Moamen.
Am I audible in the back?
Yes.
Chief YLP Coordinator Mr. Perry, Club President Mr. Marimanan, fellow youth leaders, distinguished Toastmasters, respected parents, a warm good evening to you all. It all started 17 June in the year 2000 when I was born in the great lands of Egypt. It was the biggest event that occurred in the lives of my mom and dad, followed by the second biggest, the birth of my brother. My brother was as naughty as me, and as double as intelligent. My brother always had the bigger hand, as he always got in the 90s in his grades, and I got in the 70s. I don't know why, and I don't know how I spend my time. Maybe talking to myself in my room. One of the biggest events that happened in my life when I was chosen to speak in front of my class. I was shivering, I was dying, I was gonna faint in front of my whole class. But then, when I went up, stood up, and addressed myself as Mohammed Moamen, I spoke well, and I got first position. While my brother, when he got the same chance as me, and stood up and in front of his classmates, gave his own speech, he didn't win. Although he gets the upper hand and gets the highest marks. One of the things that I'm afraid of too is dogs. Because when I was 4, one of the dogs came, bite me, and bite me. That's when I went to the hospital and took about 21 injections. Until now, I'm afraid of dogs. But fortunately, one day I'll overcome my fear. As for my marks, one year when I was in 6th grade, I went in front of the mirror and told myself, why don't you change? Why don't you make a better person of yourself? You are Mohammed Moamen and you can change yourself, as everyone did. And I know all of you had fears, and all of you had problems, and you overcame them. I can see that when I look into your eyes, after listening to all your speeches. As well as me, I went ahead, sat on my desk, and studied for 8 continuous hours. When the exam time came, I went in front of my teacher and told her, I'm ready this time. This time I won't fail you. This time I won't fail my parents. This time I'm getting as high marks as my brother used to. That's when I got a massive 98 out of 100. That is when I understood what they meant by saying experience is the greatest teacher. I looked back at myself when I used to get really low marks, and now when I use when I get really high marks.